We are learning QA fundamentals, and today we'll see DDL. So DDL is data definition language, and DML is data manipulation language in a SQL. So the DDL, where we can create the table, alter the table. So you may use this DDL sometimes in a as a QA role, but we have to use the DML most of the time to test database stuff. So we'll see some of the things in a DDL. So let's see. Let me create today. So we are going to create two tables, and based on the two tables we'll see uh, DDL and DML commands. So I'm thinking we'll create a table employee, and in this table we'll have one ID. It's a auto-generated number. The database, the MySQL, will generate this number. We can have one name, and then we can have the email. We can have phone. We can make email and phone just a unique. So there's a composite key we are going to make with these two, or email. So one person. I'll just make it like just email. Email is just a unique. We'll make the email unique key. We'll put the salary. So that's the one table. We'll also create another table. Let's say it's a emp or emp underscore address, and here also we can have this ID. It's a so this time we are going to make this parent-child relationship with this table. So we'll make it we'll make this is the primary key, and we'll make foreign key here. So the ID, we can have this ID auto-generated in a emp address, but we'll have one more field. We can say it's a emp ID, and then we can make constraint. It's a foreign key constraint with this ID and emp ID. So in that way, if like let's say if one exists in this table, then we can create another record with a one. If that record doesn't exist, we cannot create other record here. So I will demonstrate this, and we'll understand that clearly. So that's a one constraint I'll put. So it's the emp ID, and then we can have like country, city, street. So we'll have very minimum fields here, and based on that we'll create the table. If you may need another fields, we'll add that later. And the constraints one, I will add the primary key here in this employee ID, and this ID also. Another constraint will have unique key here on the email. So I can say email, and the primary key we have an ID in both ID, and there will be one foreign key on emp ID on this emp address. So that's we are going to do that. So first thing is, let's create this table. So how to create? We need to write the query for that, what the database can understand. So create, we can search in internet also how will you do, but just the basic things. Create table employee, so you can start with like this. Let's search something here in internet, like create table in MySQL. We'll get some example, we'll copy and we'll modify this thing. So I can copy this, put it here, modify this. So primary key, we want to make ID, so this field is going to be ID and it's a int, and then name varchar 255, then email. So it's a type, this is the field and this is the type, like this character is going to have like 255 characters max, can have less also. So that's one of the type in a varchar. There can be the another type char, you can int is a variable, email, and then salary, so you can put the salary there. And for the salary you can say the float. We can check in the internet what is MySql float type. So every database has a different type over there. So or MySql float type example, float type example. Okay, so I think, yeah, we can put this, we can put this kind of data also, how long we want, what is the decimal precision, so we can do it in that way. So I also want to have auto generated, so MySql auto increment example. We may find all these things here also. You can see the example. So you can do something like this, not now, auto increment. So bring it here, or Sublime. Auto increment, so that's good. We also want to make this field unique, so you can put unique here, and this should be the primary key. So how we can make the primary key, we can have here primary key, let's run this and see whether there is any issue with this query. So this is the DDL query, and we're going to run here. We need to use the database. Our database is empdb, so use empdb. So database change, and we're going to paste this and run this. So no issue. So we got the tables. I can say show tables, so I can see there is a, okay, so one thing we made a mistake. We need the table name is employee, so make it employee. We need to drop this table, so drop table persons, done, and then we can copy paste once again. So okay, table created. We need to create another table, that's the emp address. So let's create this. So like this, create table emp address, and in this table we need a field. One is the ID, so I can have the ID is auto generated. So let's bring this here, exactly same. I need to create another another field emp id, but I want to put the constraint for the foreign key. We'll understand this constraint with example again, but we want to make this foreign key, and this type is int, so I'll make it int. There is another field, it's a country city, so make it copy and paste here, and I'll make it country city. Yeah, that's fine here. We can add this field again. That's also another that can be another DML query. That's a alter, so that can be also done. So you can research that alter command later. But we want to enforce foreign key in the emp id, so that any id that doesn't exist in this table will not be allowed in this table. So how to create the foreign key? Let's research how to create foreign key in MySql. So this is this, I'm going to copy this, put it here. It's saying okay, foreign key person id, so this is here, emp id is the foreign key. I'll put it references person, so references here employee, so I'll put it here employee. From the employee, it's references which one, this id, so I'll put that id here, id. Okay, so just create this. Also we need a semicolon, the semicolon. So go here, okay, we created successfully. So let's see again, select or show tables. So we have emp address and employee table. If you want to we want to see what are the fields in this table, then we have the command describe, and the describe you can say employee, and then it can show id, name, email, salary. You can also describe this emp address. You can see here also. We can, let's see this operations in a MySql workbench. The last video we had set up all these things, MySql workbench. So you can see the last video for this. Our database is empdb, or which one, empdb, yeah. So click here, schema. So we can see the empdb, right click or just click here, you can see all the tables, emp address. So first, like, let's add some data in an employee. So you want to know what is the field here, so you can click on the columns. You can see id, name, email, salary, and we know the id is auto generated, so just insert some data to this. So again, when we insert that is the DML command, data manipulation language. So let's use that command. So insert into, and you can run this also in this terminal also. So insert into employee, and which field you want to insert, that's the name, email, salary. So name comma email comma salary. here, and then here we can put the values. So the values name, some name I want to put here. So within the single quote I can put another email, some random email. I'm not checking whether it's a valid email or not, but just I'm putting some email, yahoo.com, and then its name, email, salary, just put the 500, semicolon, and run it. So my cursor is here, so I can click on here. So wherever the cursor is, it will run that. Or if I want to select some query, and if I hit this, it will run the selected one. So for now I'm running this cursor, saying some error, no database selected. So we have to put the database name also. Our database is empdb, so empdb dot, I can put this, then try again. Okay, it's a success. It's a green, you can see the green here, so it's a success. So we can see the record. So if I go in a employee and right click, select rows, and I can see there is a one Hari, and this record is here. So we have one record, and there is ID 1. And if you go to EMP address, there is no record in this IP address. Select rows, there is nothing here. Let's click here, select rows, and then spin it so that it will be here, and then again go in EMP address, select rows, there is nothing. Let's try to insert something inside this. So is it auto generated EMP address? Did we make it? Okay, there is a EMP ID also. Okay, so ID will be auto generated, so we need to add the EMP ID, country, and city. So this time I'm going to insert into EMP address, and what's the field I need? I need the EMP ID, EMP ID, country, and city. So EMP ID, country, and city, and the values I'll just put whatever is here. It's a one ID, so there is a parent and foreign parent and child relationship, so I need this ID here because I want to add the address for this Hari, and I know the ID is this, so I will go and add ID. Insert into the ID 1, and then country is city, so same even code. Maybe I can put the Colorado, semicolon, run it. It's complaining, no database selected again, so I can put the empdb dot, run it. Okay, I can see the green here, so we added some data over there. Let's select from emdb MP address. We have 11 USA Colorado. I want to add another address here, like I say 2, and then again I say USA Colorado, and let me insert this. But we cannot insert. Why? There is an error. It's saying cannot add or update the child row. So we cannot add this 2 here because in the original table there is no 2, but using 1 I can add how many I want. Like let's say this is the address of I want to add another address of Hari. So we know the one of the address of Hari is USA Colorado, but for the same employee I want to add another address, so I can say 1 USA, I can say here just okay, the city. I can put some, maybe he just put the state, okay, but yeah, city, you can put some city, like you can say enter, so I'm going to put that, insert, and it will allow. And this time you can see there are 112 address for for the hurry. So this is called parent-child relationship. So if I add another employee here, and then some number will be generated, ID, and with the help of that ID I can add address of that person. So that's the parent and foreign key relationship. In an employee we have the hurry, but next time let's say I will insert another address, insert into this email, I'll put the hurry, and again same record I just want to put, and we'll see it's saying okay, insert into employee, no error code, duplicate entry for hurry.yahoo.com. Why it is saying this employee we have already this email, and we made it unique, so that's why the next time whatever the row you want to try to insert here, it will not allow, because that's already present. So that's for the unique constraint. So just today we learned the few DDL commands and the few DML commands, and then we'll continue the other SQL commands, MySQL commands in the next video. Thank you.